some water. I need some water. There's no water there. There's a bottle there. Yes, just give me the bottle. Hare Krishna. Bit of a rush today. Just came from Delhi to Bhubaneswar and setting up. And along the way, my second phone, which is the one that broadcasts the Facebook Live, was left in the customs office by mistake. So we've only got YouTube tonight. So it's Friday, the 9th of August 2024, and we're discussing our Rasa Tattva of Jaiva Dharma, and we'll begin in a minute. We'll have a small kirtan and then we'll start. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Aradhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Naraya Niti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Gaura Prashtaya Bhutale Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyana Keshaviti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Nityananda Rai, Jaya Nityananda Rai, Nityananda Rai, Jaya Nityananda Rai, Jaya Nityananda Rai, Jaya Nityananda Rai, Nityananda Rai, Jaya Nityananda Rai, Jaya Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari, Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari, Jaya Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura Hari, Sachinandan, Jaya Gaura. O Jaya Radha, Govinda Radha, Govinda Radhe, Jaya Radha, Govinda Radha, Govinda Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. O Radhe, 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 Radhe. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Ganhavika Giridhare Radha Govinda Ju Ki Jai. Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Sachinandana Gaurahari Ki Jai. Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Astotar Shishimad, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Astotar Shishimad, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Astotar Shishimad, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Jagat Guru Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Astotar Shishimad, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Paramahamsa Mahabhagavat Srila Gaurikishodas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Saptam Goswami Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Vaishnav Sabhabhoma Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Srila Baladevi Vibhushan Gaudi Vedanta Acharya Ki Jai. Jai Rasik Sirumani Srila Vishnav Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Treya Ki Jai. Jai Srila Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai. Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Shivata Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Baladas Raghunath Sat Goswami Prabhu's Ki Jai. Parupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Jai Swarup Damodar Rai Ramananda Gauda Parasada Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Siga Holsi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Shri Gauda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Antadvip Mayapur Simantadvip Gautandvip Madhyadvip Koladvip Ritudvip Janadvip Madhudvip Rudvip Apaka Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopiko Govardhan Dwarasa Varmatmika Shri Brajamandal Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kun Shama Kun Ganga Jamuna Devi Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrinda Devi Maharani Ki Jai. Shrimati Purnamasi Devi Yogamaya Maharani Ki Jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai. Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Ki Jai. Ketra Mandal Ki Jai. Sadhava Vignavanasakari Shina Shingadev Bhagavan Ki Jai. Bhakta Prabha Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai. Charidam ki jai, Chari Sampradaya ki jai, Charya Charya ki jai, Akara Mataraj Shri Chaitanya Mat ki jai, Shri Keshav Ji Gaudiya Mat ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Ananta Kota Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Samagata Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Om Aginat Miradasya Gyananjala Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Jina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Guruve Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Bena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Shvapadantikam Shriya Surupe, Daita Surupe, Prema Surupe, Sahajabirupe, Nijana Rupe, Paboika Rupe, Tatana Rupe, Svavilasa Rupe Anapita Chirim Chirat Kuranavartino Kalo Samarapaitam Unnata Ujjvala Rasam Svabhakti Shriyam Hari Purata Sundarata Tikatam Vasadipita Sadharadare Kandare Spurati Vasachinandanaha Yam Pravajantamana Petyam Apeti Krityam Vaipayano Viraha Katara Ajuhava Putreti Tam Mayatayo Tarabhuginirustam Sarvabhutam Hridim Munimanatoshmi Bhaktiya Vihina Aparara Lakshmi Shittascha Karmadi Taranga Madhye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapana Prinde Namaste Charanaravindam Vajami Radham Aravinda Netram Smarami Radham Madhurashmitasyam Vadami Radham Karuna Baratram Tato Mamanasti Gatyena Kapi Tavaivasmi Najivami Tvaivina Iti Vignaya Radhe Tvam Nayavam Charanantikam. I'm first of all offering millions and millions of Dandavat pranams unto the lotus feet of my beloved Gurudev Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Asto Tarazara Shishimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And I'm offering the same again millions of times to our dear most Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Asto Tarazara Shishimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And unto our beloved Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namane Gaura Shakti Swarabhaya Rupanuga Varayate, and all our illustrious Rupanuga Guru Varga, and all the Vaishnavi devotees of the Lord, my Dandavat pranams to all of you. So you can't get a little prayer on the phone? So if anyone's there in YouTube watching today, they can perhaps send a message to Facebook to come to YouTube for the live stream. We won't be live streaming in Facebook today because we don't have the page open. Even though we have a phone, but the page isn't accessible. Okay, so we'll come to our Falshruti on page 830. Jadedvaita Jnana Haya Chita Upataya Krishna Bhakti Chiradina Upaya Upay. Such knowledge, which is solely related to the duality of this dull material world, is fit to be rejected, whereas transcendental knowledge of the divine duality within the spiritual world, Chit Jagat, should be accepted forever within one's heart, both as the upaya, means of attainment, and the upayi, the goal worthy of attainment. So this is what we should aspire for, what we are attaining, what we are aspiring for, and the goal itself, both the upaya and the upayi. Jiva kabu jadanai, hari kabu nai, hari saha jiva chintya beda beda mai. The jiva is not a product of dull matter, nor is he Kevaladvaita, absolutely one in all ways with Sri Hari. The jiva is inconceivably different and non-different from Hari. Deha kabu jivanai, dara bhogyanai, dasa bhogya jiva Krishna Prabhu Bhakta hai. The material body should never be considered to be the jiva, and this earth is not for the jiva to exploit and enjoy. The jiva's swarup is Krishna Das, and thus he is meant for Krishna's enjoyment, whereas Sri Krishna's swarup is Prabhu, master, and Bhakta, enjoyer. So this really comes out in our understanding of these Rasa Tattva chapters that Krishna is the Vishaya most of the time, and the gopis are the Ashraya. But sometimes Krishna becomes the Ashraya, but not so often. Jaiva dharma nahiya che deha dharma kata nahiya che jiva gyan maya vada prata. This book entitled Jaiva Dharma neither discusses matters related to the dead material body, nor does it propound the Mayavad doctrine of the jiva's oneness with Brahma. Jiva nitya dharma bhakti tahe charanai shuddha jiva prema seva sphala payatai. The jiva's nitya dharma is bhakti, devoid of material motivation. The jiva, purified by seva, attains the fruit of that seva in the form of prem. So we're reading there are so many different forms of prem, and the bhakta is appreciating and serving that transcendental prem. We are in the anugatya of the ragatmikas. It's the ragatmikas who we are talking about. They are going through sneha is prem, pranaya is prem, man is prem, rag, anurag, bhav, mahabhav. This is all prem. This is all comes under the context of prem. So the jiva is serving those ragatmikas. We are raga anugas, following the ragatmikas. So now today we've come to chapter 37 on page 757. Shringara Ras Vichar, Shringara Swarup and Vipralamba. Vijay Kumar relished the aspects of Madhurya Bhav that he had heard the previous day, and he was still in this mood when he again presented himself before Sri Gurudev. What we heard the last few days from chapter 36 was phenomenal. So many different aspects. We heard about Chitra Jalpa. We heard about the Abhiyog and the Swabhav, Nishag. We heard so many remarkable. We heard about Madan and Mohan. And we heard about the Rudha and Adiruddha, these stages. So such a weight of knowledge that we received, and now we want to realize that by appreciating it more significantly. That means becoming more familiar with it and practicing our sadhan bhajan more diligently to bring it to light, to bring it to life within our hearts. If it's not in the heart, then it's an external display only. We discussed that about Nishag and Swabhav. So it takes time. But I was thinking that because we've already been through from chapter 1 in the last 14, 15 months from chapter 1, so we have some platform, some eligibility, some adhikar to hear these truths on top. Don't think you're entirely unqualified if you've come through these previous chapters. In this mood, when he again presented himself before Sri Gurudev, he offered pranam and inquired from him submissively, Prabhu, I have understood that Vibhav, Anubhav, Sattvika Bhav, and Vyabhachari Bhav, and also the Swarup of Staibhav. However, although I have combined these 4 kinds of ingredients with Staibhav, I still cannot awaken rasa. Why is this? Goswami, dear Vijay, you will not be able to awaken ras in Staibhav until you have become conversant with the Swarup, intrinsic nature of Shringara Ras. Vijay, what is Shringara Ras? Goswami, Shringara is the super excellent and profuse transcendental charm of Madhurya Ras. There are two kinds of Shringara, Vipralamba, love and separation, and Sambhog, meeting and performing joyful transcendental pastimes together. Vijay, I would like to know the characteristics of Vipralamba. Goswami, Vipralamba is the delightful emotion that manifests when the Nayak and Nayakas cannot fulfill their cherished and delightful longing for pastimes, such as embracing and kissing each other. Vipralamba can occur in any state, either during meeting, milan, or separation. So that's like prem vachitya. And it especially nourishes the mood of sambhog. Without Vipralamba, the meeting has no current to it, there's no eagerness. So the Vipralamba creates that eagerness. Vipralamba is also called viraha or viyog. Vijay, how does Vipralamba nourish the mood of sambhog? Goswami, dipping a colored cloth repeatedly in the same dye increasingly enhances the brilliance of the color. Similarly, Vipralamba enhances the super excellent brilliance of Sambhog Ras. So that constant separation increases the depth of the union, just like when you dye something and you put it in once and it comes up a certain color, and you put it in again, it comes deeper, and you keep on going, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. That's, if you've dyed cloth, that's how it works. So by dipping into the Vipralamba, then it becomes deeper in Sambhog. Similarly, Vipralamba enhances the super excellent brilliance of Sambhog Ras. Sambhog cannot develop fully without Vipralamba. You have these two sides constantly. Vijay, how many different types of Vipralamba are there? Goswami, there are 4 types: Purvarag, Man, Prem Vachitya, and Pravas. So we should understand in Venugit, for example, these are all examples of Purvarag. Purvarag means anticipation, but we'll read. Vijay, what is Purvarag? Goswami, Purvarag is the fascination and enchantment that arises when the Nayak and Nayaka see each other and hear about each other before they actually meet. That anticipation of union. Vijay, what are the different ways of seeing each other? Goswami, the Nayaka may see Krishna directly in person, see his form in a picture, or see him in dreams. Vijay, and what are the different ways of hearing about each other? Goswami, one may hear someone reciting the Nayak's stutis and glorification, hear about him from the lips of Sakhis and messengers, duties, and listen to songs praising him. Vijay, what causes the appearance of this rati? Goswami, when I explained Staibhav before, I mentioned that the appearance of rati is caused by abhiyog, vishaya, sambandha, abhiman, and so on. This is what we discussed at the beginning of the last chapter. These are also the causes of rati appearing in Purvarag. Vijay, does this Purvarag manifest first in the Brajnayak or the Brajnayikas? Goswami, there are many considerations here. In mundane affairs, the man generally initiates the longing for mutual attraction, because women are usually more shy than men. However, since women also have more prem, Purvarag manifests first in the doe-eyed gopis. It may not be overt, it may be internal, their feeling, their expression, but Krishna will see somehow. The Bhakti Shastras state that Purvarag manifests first in the Bhakta, and Sri Krishna reciprocates accordingly. The Brajadevis are the topmost of all bhaktas, so Purvarag manifests perfectly in them first. And we see in Rupa Goswami's Vidagdhamata, this is exactly how it is. It's Radhika who becomes attracted to Krishna. And it's the potency of that attraction to Krishna that attracts Krishna himself. Otherwise, he doesn't notice Radhika. But then he notices her because of her immense attraction for him. This is how Rupa Goswami describes it, Vidagdhamata. There is an ancient adage in regard to this trait of human nature. The woman feels attraction first, and the man responds to her gesture. However, there is no fault in reversing the above order, if the intensity of prema is the same in both of them. Vijay, please explain the Sanchari Bhavs of Purvarag. Goswami, disease, doubt, jealousy, exertion, fatigue, depression, eagerness, humility, anxiety, sleep, awakening, dejection, inertia, madness, bewilderment, and longing for death are all Sanchari or Vyabhachari Bhavs. So we've already been through the 33 different Vyabhachari Bhavs, and these are some specifically manifesting in Purvarag. Vijay, how many different types of Purvarag are there? Goswami, there are 3 types: Prodha, fully matured; Samanjasa, intermediate; and Sadharana, general. Vijay, what is Prodha, fully matured, Purvarag? Goswami, Purvarag is Prodha when it occurs in those possessed of Samartha Rati. On this level of Purvarag, the 10 dashas states, beginning from intense longing, lalas, up to the desire for death, marna, can manifest. Since this Purvarag is Prodha, fully matured, the states that manifest in it are also Prodha. Vijay, what are the 10 dashas states? Goswami, they are as follows: Alasodvega, Jagaryas, Tanavam, Jadimatratu, Vaiyagrayam, Vyadya, Unmado, Moha, Mrityu, Das, Ujjvala Nilamani, Purvarag, Division 9. The 10 states of intense longing, lalas, anxiety, udveg, sleeplessness, jagarana, emaciation, tanava, inertia, jadata, impatience, vyagrata, illness, vyadi, madness, unmada, delusion, moha, and longing for death, mrityu. Vijay, what is lalasa? Goswami, lalasa is the intense longing to attain one's heartfelt desire, abhista, and the symptoms are eagerness, fickleness, reeling, and heavy breathing. Vijay, what is udveg? Goswami, udveg is perturbation of the mind, and it manifests itself through symptoms such as deep, heavy breathing, fickleness, motionlessness, thoughtfulness, tears, change of bodily color, and perspiration. Vijay, what is jagarana? Goswami, jagarana is sleeplessness, and it gives rise to motionlessness and dryness of the senses. Vijay, all of these, when we read the Ujjvala Nilamani, there are examples given of all these different stages. For example, this Jagarya, it's called Jagarya in Ujjvala Nilamani. The inability to sleep is called jagarya. Becoming stunned, drying up, and disease are some of the symptoms caused by jagarya. And there's an example here. Radharani addresses Vishaka. My friend, sleep momentarily showed me a certain dark complexioned person dressed in splendid yellow garments, and then at once left as if angered. Oh, my friend Vishaka, I am now filled with anxiety. Please convince this sleep to return to me. No one except her has the power to capture the thief who has stolen my sleep. So there's many examples all the way through. It's nice when we read this, then we parallel it with the Ujjvala Niramani. But we can do that by ourselves, I think. Vijay, what is Jadata, inertia? Goswami, oh, I missed one out. Tanava. Vijay, what is Tanava? Goswami, Tanava is leanness of the body, and it is accompanied by symptoms such as bodily weakness and reeling of the mind. Some people read Vilap, lamentation, in place of Tanava. Vijay, what is Jadata, inertia? Goswami, Jadata is shown by the absence of discrimination, by not responding even when asked something, and by the loss of ability to see and hear. It is also known as Jadima. Vijay, what is Vyagrata, impatience? Goswami, the condition in which the transformations resulting from bhav do not manifest externally is called gravity. Vyagrata is the state in which this gravity is agitated and becomes intolerable. The symptoms of Vyagrata are discrimination, despondency, regret, and jealousy. Vijay, what is Vyadi? Goswami, when one becomes acutely disappointed because one has not attained one's cherished goal, abhista, namely one's beloved, the resultant state has symptoms such as becoming pale and developing a high fever. This is called vyadi, and it gives rise to anubhavs such as cold and shivering, desire, delusion, deep, long breathing, and falling unconscious on the ground. Vijay, what is unmad, madness? These are all the symptoms and anubhavs we're describing of Purvarag. We're still in Purvarag, describing the different degrees here. Vijay, what is unmad, madness? Goswami, unmad is the condition in which the Nayika always mistakenly perceives her beloved in different objects everywhere. For example, taking a tamal tree to be Krishna and embracing it. Still there, everybody? Okay. Unmad is the condition. If somebody can just confirm to me that everything's still on track. Is anyone listening? They can just type a message saying that they're hearing. Don't all do it at once. Okay. So, okay, on track. Thank you. So we're describing call Avadut Maharaj and tell him I'm on the line, or text him something. Goswami.
Giving time and just calling before that is
Call him?
yeah.
Unmad is the condition in which the Nayaka always mistakenly perceives her beloved in different objects. Go outside and talk to him. You finished? Okay. Start again. Sorry, interruptions today. It's a busy day today. We flew from Delhi to Bhubaneswar and somehow became busy. Unmad is the condition in which the Nayaka always mistakenly perceives her beloved in different objects everywhere. For example, taking a tamal tree to be Krishna and embracing it. It is the result of intense absorption of the mind in constant thoughts of one's beloved and of being overwhelmed by bhavs such as despondency, dejection, and humility. Its anubhavs are aversion, making jealous remarks to one's beloved, long breathing, not blinking the eyes, and feeling extreme pangs of separation. Vijay. What is moha? Goswami. Moha means to become unconscious, and its anubhavs are becoming motionless, falling unconscious, and so on. Vijay. What is mrityu? Longing for death. Goswami. When the Nayaka is unable to meet with her Kanta, beloved, even though she employs all means, such as sending love letters and messages through Sakhis, Cupid's arrows cause such unbearable, intense pangs of separation that she strives for death. In this state, she gives away her cherished belongings to her Sakhis. Udipan vibhavs, such as bees, a mild breeze, moonlight, kadamba trees, clouds, lightning, and peacocks stimulate the development of this state of mrityu. That's very powerful. Vijay, what is samanjasa purvarag? Kindly explain. Goswami, samanjasa purvarag is the purvarag that appears prior to meeting, and it is the specific characteristic of samanjasa rati. In this condition, the Nayaka can gradually manifest the 10 conditions, namely longing, abhilas, contemplation, chinta, remembrance, smriti, glorifying the qualities of the lover, guna kirtan, agitation and anxiety, udveg, lamentation, vilap, madness, unmad, illness, vyadi, inertia, jadata, and longing for death, mrityu. So now these are the bhavs in samanjasa, purvarag. Vijay, what is the meaning of abhilas in this context? Goswami, abhilas refers to the endeavors made to meet one's beloved, and its anubhavs are decorating one's body, approaching the beloved on the pretext of doing something else, and displaying one's attraction, anurag, towards him. Vijay, what is the nature of chinta here? Goswami, chinta is meditation on how to achieve association with one's lover, such as informing him of one's condition through a brahmana or sending a letter. Its symptoms are tossing and turning in bed, long, deep breathing, and gazing. Vijay, what is meant by smriti here? Goswami, smriti is deep absorption in thoughts of the beloved, whose association has been experienced by seeing him and hearing about him, and his beauty, his ornaments, his pastimes, and his various blissful dealings, and everything related to him. Its anubhavs are trembling, fatigue, change in bodily color, tears, detachment, and renunciation, and deep breathing. Vijay, what is guna kirtan? Goswami, guna kirtan is the glorification of the Nayaka's qualities such as his form and beauty, and its anabhavs include trembling, horripilation, and choking of the voice, anxiety, lamentation, accompanied by madness, illness, inertia, and longing for death. These 6 symptoms are manifest in Samanjasa Purva Rag to the same extent that they are in Samanjasa Rati. So we have Samanjasa Rati and we have the Samanjasa Purva Rag. Quite different. The Samanjasa Rati is the Rati of the queens of Dwarka, and the Samanjasa Purva Rag is a description of a lower mood of Purva Rag than the Proda that was previously described. Now please explain the symptoms of Sadharana Purva Rag. So we're going from the deepest in Proda, and then Samanjasa, and now we're going to the least intense. Sadharana Purva Rag is exactly like Sadharani Rati. So Sadharani Rati was the Rati of Kubja. In this condition, the first 6 stages, dashas, up to lamentation, vilap, appear in a mild way. I do not feel the need to give examples here because they are very simple. In this type of Purva Rag, the lover and beloved exchange love letters, karma lekha, patra, garlands and so on, through confidential companions. Vijay, what are karma lekha patra, love letters? Goswami, love letters are expressions of mutual loving sentiments in writing. There are 2 kinds, sakshara, those written with letters or inscriptions of the alphabet, and nirakshara, those written without using letters. Vijay, what are nirakshara karma lekha? Goswami, an example of a symbolic love letter is a half-moon-shaped impression made with a nail on a red-colored leaf without any other mark or letter on it. Very beautiful. Says a lot, even though it's no letters. Symbolic. Vijay, what are sakshara karma lekha? Written love letters. Goswami, written love letters are letters exchanged between the Nayak and Nayika that have been written in their own handwriting, expressing their heartfelt emotional state in natural language. These love letters are written with colored inks, which are obtained either from minerals from the mountains, by squeezing red flowers, or from kumkum powder. Large flower petals are used instead of paper for writing on, and the letters are tied with fibers from the stalks of lotuses. All of these things, by the way, are brought out in Vidagdha Madhav. Through Vidagdha Madhav, all of these descriptions are there. And once we have these indications of the nature of this bhakti ras in this form, we can go more deeply into the leelas once we have this in the background. That's the result. Vijay, what is the gradual development of Purva Rag? Goswami, some say that affection is aroused at first simply by seeing one's beloved. This is followed by contemplation, attachment, making a vow, desire for meeting, sleeplessness, emaciation, distaste for everything else, loss of shyness, madness, falling unconscious, and longing for death, in that order. So we're getting an impression that these states of rag are aprakat, not prakat, not from this world. Such is the extension of the intensity of calm, prem. Purvarag manifests both in the Nayak and in the Nayakas, but it appears in the Nayakas first and then in the Nayak. Vijay. What is Man? Goswami. Man is the bhav that prevents the Nayak and the Nayaka from engaging in their cherished activities of embracing, looking at each other, kissing, talking in a pleasing way, and so forth, even though they are both in the same place and they share a deep attachment for each other. Man causes the appearance of sanchari bhavs, such as despondency, doubt, anger, restlessness, pride, jealousy, concealing the sentiments, guilt, and serious thoughtfulness. Vijay. What is the underlying principle of Man? Goswami. The basis of Man is pranaya. Man does not normally arise prior to the stage of pranaya, and even if it does, it is only in a contracted or unripe state. There are two types of Man: Man with a cause, sahetu, and Man without a cause, nirhetu. Vijay. What is Man with a cause, sahetu Man? Goswami. Rishya, jealous feelings rise in the heart of the Nayaka when she sees or hears about the Nayak behaving with special affection for a Nayaka from the rival Vipaksh or marginal Tatashta groups. When this Rishya jealousy becomes overwhelmed by pranaya, it develops into sahetu Man. It has long been held that, just as there is no bhaya, fear, without sneha, similarly there can be no rishya without pranaya. In this way, all these various expressions of Man only illuminate the intensity of the prem between the Nayakas and the Nayak. That's a beautiful last sentence. In this way, all these various expressions of Man only illuminate the intensity of the prem between the Nayaka and the Nayak. So this Man is when Krishna has to work. It's his service that he has to pacify this Man in the hearts of the Sakhis when it develops. Krishna occasionally goes in Man, but not so much. The Nayaka's heart is imbued with bhavs such as intense loving possessiveness for her beloved, Susakhya. When she sees the Nayaka, who is exceedingly attached to her, favouring a rival Nayaka and sporting with her, she becomes restless and impatient. Once in Dwarka, Sri Krishna presented a parijat flower to Sri Rukmini. However, although all the queens heard about this incident, only Satyabhama's heart was overpowered by Man. Satyabhama's Man was aroused when she understood the unique position afforded to her rival. Vijay. How many ways are there of discovering the special position of rivals? Vipaksh Vaishishtya. Goswami. There are 3 ways: hearing, shruta, inference, anumati, and seeing, dristya, drista. Vijay. What is hearing, shruta? Goswami. Shruta Vipaksh Vaishishtya comes about when the Nayaka hears from the Priya Sakhi or from a parrot about the pastimes of her beloved with a Nayaka from the opposing party. So all of these topics are about Man. Vijay. What is Anumati Vipaksh Vaishishtya? Goswami. Anumati Vipaksh Vaishishtya occurs when the Nayak sees that the body of her lover bears evidence of amorous pastimes with another Nayaka. When she hears her lover inadvertently say the name of a rival Nayaka, or when she sees her rival Nayaka in a dream, the marks of union seen on the bodies of the Nayak and the rival Nayaka are called Boganka. And speaking the name of the rival, Nayaka, is called Gotra Sankalana. When this occurs, the Nayaka feels that it is more painful than death. Vijay, I would like to hear an example of Gotra Skalana. Goswami, once when Krishna was returning to his home after spending time with Srimati Radha, he suddenly met with Chandravali. Sri Krishna inquired from her, "O Radhe, is everything fine with you?" When Chandravali heard Krishna speaking like this, she replied, rather angrily, "O Kamsa, are you well?" Krishna was surprised and asked her, "O beautiful one, why are you so bewildered?" Chandravali became flushed with anger and promptly replied, "Where have you seen Radha around here?" Then Krishna understood the situation and thought to himself, "Oh, I have addressed Chandravali as Radha by mistake." Understanding his own mistake, he felt ashamed and lowered his face. He was also smiling mildly to see Chandravali's spontaneous and cunning eloquence, which resulted from her arisya, her jealousy. May this Hari, who dispels all miseries, protect us all. Vijay, what is understanding the particular position of a rival through a dream? Svapna Drista Vipaksh Vaishishtya. Goswami, the activities of Krishna and his Vidusaka friends while dreaming are examples of this. For example, on one occasion, Krishna and Chandravali were sleeping on the same bed after amorous pastimes in the Krida Kunj. While dreaming, Krishna said, "O Radhe, I promise you that you alone are my most beloved. Only you are inside and outside my heart. Only you are in front of me and behind me and everywhere. What more can I say? Only you are present in my house, in Govardhan, and in the forested valleys." When Chandravali heard Sri Krishna speaking like this in his dream, she got up from the bed due to man arising in her heart and walked away. Now hear of one of Madhumangal's dreams. Once he was sleeping on a raised platform outside a kunj in which Krishna and Chandravali were engaged in happy pastimes. And in his dream he said, "O Madhavi, Krishna is talking very expertly and flattering Padmasakhi Chandravali just to deceive her. Try to bring Radha here quickly so that she can meet with Krishna. Don't worry." When Chandravali heard Madhumangal speaking like this in his dream, she became distressed. At that time, Padma was sitting in a nearby kunj, and when she saw Chandravali's condition, she said to Saiva, "O Sakhi, just see how miserable Chandravali's face has become since she heard Madhumangal talking in his dream. She has lowered her head and is burning with grief." So those are a couple of examples. Vijay, what is directly seeing, darshan? Goswami, this means that the Nayaka directly sees her Nayak engaged in pastimes with another Nayak. Vijay, what is causeless man, nirhetuka man? Goswami, causeless man develops when the Nayaka and Nayika, between the Nayaka and Nayika, when pranaya is enhanced by the apparent cause for man. Although there is no cause for man in reality, Pandits have concluded that man is the effect of pranaya, and that causeless man is nothing but an extension of pranaya arising from its vilas, joyful pastimes. They call this causeless man pranaya man. The previous authorities, Pandits, also maintain that the movements and dealings of prem are crooked, like the movement of a snake. Therefore, two kinds of man are evident in the dealings between the Nayaka and the Nayika. Man with a cause, nirhetu, and man without a cause, nirhetu, and man with accords sahetu. The Vyabhachari bhav in this ras is concealing one's emotions and feelings, abhahita. Vijay, how is causeless man pacified? Goswami, this man is pacified by itself. It does not need any remedial measures. When laughter occurs, when the man disappears automatically, however, when laughter occurs, then the man disappears automatically. However, to pacify Sahetu man, the Nayak has to adopt many appropriate means, such as Sama, consoling words, Beda, diplomatic remarks, Kriya, taking an oath, Dan, presentations, Nati, bowing down, Upeksha, neglect and apparent indifference, and Rasantra, a sudden change of mood. The sign of the Nayak's man has been pacified, the sign that the Nayak's man has been pacified is that the Nayak wipes away her tears and there is laughter and so on. Vijay, what is Sama, consolation with words? Goswami, Sama is the use of sweet, pleasing words and promises to pacify Priya, the beloved. Vijay, what is Bade, diplomatic remarks? Goswami, there are two types of Bade. One is expressing one's greatness by various gestures and insinuations, and the other is rebuking the Nayaka indirectly through Sakhis. Vijay, what is meant by Dan, presentation? Goswami, Dan is the deceitful presentation of ornaments and other gifts. Vijay, what is Nati, humble submission? Goswami, Nati means to fall at the Nayaka's feet with all possible humility. Vijay, what is Upeksha, neglect? Goswami, Upeksha, neglect or indifference is the mood of apparently abandoning the Nayak when all other means of pacifying her man have proved fruitless. Others say that Upeksha refers to using remarks with double meaning to please the Nayak. What does the expression rasantara, change of thoughts mean? Goswami, rasantara is the sudden creation of fear in the Nayak's mind by words or by some natural occurrence. There are two types of rasantara, that which occurs by itself and that which is created by the sharp intelligence of the Nayaka. Here is an example of a change of mind that takes place spontaneously. Once Krishna was unable to pacify Bhadra's man despite various endeavors. Suddenly there was a tremendous sound of thunder which frightened Bhadra so much that she at once embraced Krishna, who was sitting in front of her. Here is an example of pacifying man by an intelligent plan. Once Radhika was deeply absorbed in man. Krishna, who is supremely playful by nature, saw that he could not pacify her by any means, so he played a charming trick. He personally made a beautiful flower garland and placed it round the neck of Srimati Ji. She angrily took the garland off her neck and threw it away, and by the will of Providence it fell on Krishna. He immediately screwed up his eyes, made a face as if he'd been badly injured, and sat in one corner looking very depressed. Seeing this, Radhaji became restless and anxious, and she held Krishna's shoulders with her two hands. Then Krishna laughed and enfolded her with a strong embrace. So I'm going to stop now, because I think we've read a lot today. I just read directly. I haven't spoken anything. I've just read these remarkable descriptions of Man and Purvarag for our deliberation. So I'll continue tomorrow. And hopefully we almost finished the chapter. And hopefully the Facebook will be on again tomorrow. So thank you all for your attention. And this subject matter really needs to be obviously meditated on deeply over many years, and to absorb, become familiar with the moods and the environment of the Vrindavan pastimes in connection with all these different descriptions. There's so much there, there's so much that's going on. It's an enormous amount. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving us it in short, summary forms, but it should be fluffed out gradually over years or lifetimes. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Jaiva Dharma ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ita Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol. Ita Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Vanchaka Tarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhavyacha, Patitanam Bhavyo Vaishnavaya Namo Namaha.